Hello everyone, welcome to Victory Design and welcome to our continuation on web development. Today I'm so thrilled to have you all today, and in this section we're going to explore a crucial aspect of programming, which is debugging with the JavaScript console. Now, as beginners, understanding how to effectively use the console will not only help you troubleshoot your code, but it will also help you enhance your overall programming skills. So guys, let's get started. First of all, what are developer tools? For a recap, they are they are the tools that are designed to help you inspect, debug and optimize your web application or website. They provide a variety of functionalities that allow you to interact with your web pages in real time. Now, to access these tools, you can either right click on the page and press inspect, or you can press F12 and a whole lot more, which we covered in the previous video. So these actions opens a panel that typically appears at the bottom of your browser window. Within that panel, you see several tabs including the elements panel, the network, the console, and a whole lot more. Now, what is the console, guys? What is the console? The console is an incredibly powerful feature within the developer tool. Now, think of it as a sandbox where you can experiment with your JavaScript code, right? With the console, guys, you can actually have a safe environment where you can write code snippets, test them out and see their immediate results. Now, why should you make use of the console? Because you need it because it allows you for quick testing and debugging. Now remember guys that today's topic is what? Debugging. So the console actually helps you for quick testing and debugging to find out where the error in your code is coming from. If you are trying to figure out why something is not working as it should in your code, you can use the console to run commands and see the output immediately. Now, this instant feedback is invaluable for learning and refining your code skills. Like, it is very, very important. All right. So the first thing for you to make use of is what? Using the console.log. Guys, in terms of coding in JavaScript, this is like the king of them all, because you're going to use it over and over. In fact, without the console.log, you cannot actually output any command you give on your JavaScript code. That's just it. So what is console.log? What does that mean? Now, one of the most essential functions you use in the console is console.log bracket open bracket close. I can see right here, guys. Now, this function actually allows you to print messages or variables directly to the console. It is an effective way to track what is happening in your code at any moment or at any point in time. For example, here we have hello world. If you type console.log hello world, it will display hello world in the console. You can also log more complex data structures such as console.log key value to display an object, or console.log 1 2 3 4 to display an array. Now, this is all going very, very deep into JavaScript, but guys, just have an idea that console.log is a very fundamental function that is used in the console, because as when we're developing in JavaScript, we're going to be making use of the console a whole lot. All right. So let's just practicalize this. Let's go to our code, or rather, let's go to our console. Now let's start with this simple example. If you want to log a message to the console, which is here, let's come here. Let's go to our developer tools, inspect. Now, what do? If you want to come to your console, if you want to log a message to your console, all you have to do is what? Just say console.log bracket open, then your string, guys, hello world, for example. Close your quotation and close your bracket, right? And then your very important semicolon. Now, by writing this simple line of code and you press enter, it will display hello world. Do you see, guys? Are you seeing it that displays hello world? Now this simple command is your first step in communicating with yourself while coding. Congratulations guys. Essentially creating a dialogue about what your code is doing. That is exactly what you just did. You just log in hello world into your console. Congratulations guys. Now you can log various types of data using console.log, not just hello world. You can log a whole lot more. A whole lot. You can log numbers. Let's do it again. Console.log. Console.log. Now let's say we want to log in a number. So let's just say so we have the brackets open. Let's say 42 for example, and brackets close. Now then semicolon, press enter to bring out 42. We can, and now this is all of logging a number. All right, now let's log a string. What is a string? A string is a combination of different words inside of a quotation, something like that. Is something like this you are seeing here. And let's just do that. Let's log in a string. Console.log. Now let's say we want to log in something like this is a string. Now a string guys starts with quotation open. Let's say I want to say how are you? How are you? Quotation close. Now this how from here guys, from here to here is what we call a string. A string in JavaScript. So we'll go into this in the future. We'll go into more details about this in the future, but just have an idea about it that this is a string, alright? So this is just logging a string. Now close bracket, semicolon, then press enter. It has logged in. What? How are you? Now mind you guys, notice that it didn't when we're writing this string, we put this string inside of a quotation open, quotation close. But when it logs it out, it did not come out with the quotation open, quotation close. That is just the rule about JavaScript, alright? So guys, please get that. So this is a string. Then we can log in objects. Now what is an object? Object is, how will I describe it now? It is, let's just give a practical example. So console.log, bracket open, right? Now from here, let's say we say key, column, and then we say value, for example, and then we have our quotation close, and then we have our close brackets, alright? And then now guys, this thing you are seeing here, from this braces open from here downwards down to this place is what we call an object, alright? It is what we call an object. And if I should press enter, this will display an object in the console, which is this. This is guys. This is this thing that shows here. This is an object. Are you seeing it guys? This is an object. Alright. So in future class we're going to explain what this actually means. Or just have an idea about it. So with this console you can log in a lot of things. You can also log in arrays. You can log in a whole lot of things guys. A whole lot more guys. A whole lot. So going forward guys, so we have different common use cases of the console.log. Number one is that we can actually make use of this console.log to locate issues or problems in our code. That's the first thing you can actually use it for, to locate problems, or like I said before, to debug your code. Now debugging is what does debugging mean? When you hear the word debugging, debugging means your ability or the practice of looking for errors in your code. That is what debugging. Now in tech, or like in web development, we call errors, like let's say for example you wanted to spell boy, but then you wrote bo without having the y. Now that y is what we call a bug, because it is an error that you have on your code which you were not aware of, and you are trying, and now because of that particular error your code is not running efficiently, running the way you want it to run. So you have to look for that particular problem and solve it. That means look for a problem in the sense that you look for the place that you did not write the correct spelling of boy, of which you wrote B-O, but you didn't write B-O-Y. Now, after getting the bug, which is the boy, you correct the bug by putting in the B-O-Y. I'm just giving a very simple and simplest example for you guys to understand. So that is the simplest way for you to understand what a bug is. So a bug is the errors you encounter when you are coding. Alright. So making use of your console.log actually helps you to locate those errors in your code. Because most times you have a very long, like plenty lines of code. And looking for that small thing can be very difficult. So instead of you to now go to your code and start going through every line of code one after the other, all you have to just do is go to your developer tools and log in console.log there, and it will automatically direct to where that error is coming from in your code. Alright. So guys, let's continue from there as well. Number two is that it helps you. You can with console.log you can add statements as key points, right? Then also you can execute your code and see the console output immediately. In the sense that you don't have to refresh your page. Whenever you just type in console.log, immediately you can see the output on your code, right? And then you can also use console.log to review the logged information in order to debug any code or any error you're having on your code. Alright. So guys, let's explore loops. Loops with console.log. Now loops are essential constructs in programming that allows us to execute a block of code multiple times without rewriting it each time. They are particularly useful when dealing with repetitive tasks. Now guys, you might be wondering what's this guy saying? What is this all about? Now it means that, let's say for example, I want I want something to happen 5 times, right? I want I want this particular code to do this particular thing 5 times. Instead of me writing the code 5 times, all I have to do is write the code just once, but integrate the code to perform that action 5 times. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It means that instead of saying okay, go to the web page, go to my code, my HTML file, and turn turn paragraph 1 to red. Then I will now say again, go to my, I will now write, that's my first line of code oh. Then I will now go to the next line. Go to my HTML file, turn paragraph 2 to blue. Go to my HTML file, turn paragraph 3 to green. No. Instead of writing that code 3 times, all I have to do is just go to my page, turn paragraph 1, 2 and 3 to red, blue and green. This is in just one line of code. You can actually make your code do multiple things at the same time, all in just one line of code. So that is what looping actually means. Now let's look at an example where we can use a loop to print numbers from 0 to 9. Now let's just go to our console and just particularize that. Okay guys, so now let's say we want to make use of a for loop. So just say for, then bracket, let I is equal to 0, then semicolon, guys, first of all. Then also I is less than 10, semicolon. Then I plus plus. Then coming here, open your braces, console.log, bracket open, I, bracket close, then semicolon, and then close your braces. All right. So guys, this code I just wrote is a very okay. This is I think I really made a mistake here. Let's it. So guys, this is just a very basic example of how to write a for loop. Now when I run this code in the console, it's supposed to print out 0, 1, 2, 3 to 9. Why did this happen? Now each time the loop runs, it logs the current value of I, of which remember that we said that I is equals to 0. Let I to be 0, right? And then we said that I is less than 10. Now I is equals to 0 means that I starts from 0, right? I starts from 0. And then we now said let I, we said let I equals to 0. That means I is 0, right? Or rather starts from 0. Then we now said I is less than 10. Now what is less than 10? Anything below 10 is less than 10. So if I should start from 0, so anything below 9, below 10 is in the range of I. Meaning that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all in the range of I, starting from 0. Do you understand? Then now say that in this I plus plus means iterate it, like add. If you okay good now, start from I is equal to 0, then add 1 to it. That this I plus plus means add 1 to it. So if I is equal to 0, add 1 to it, it becomes 1. Add 1 to it again, it becomes 2. Add 1 to it again, it becomes 3. Add 1 to it again, it becomes 4. Down to add 1 to it becomes 7, 8 and 9. When it gets to 9, remember we must say that this is the breaking point, that I is less than 10. So therefore, since I is less than 10, of which you have gotten up to 9, and 10 is not 9, therefore it will stop. So now let's just press enter and see what it show. You see guys, this I now, it means that I plus plus starts from 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. And why did it stop here is because I is less than 10. So if you say 9 plus 1, 10, that is not going to be correct because I is less than, not equal to 10. So do you understand guys? So that's just a basic example of how to run a loop. How to run a loop. It demonstrates how loops work and allows to visualize that behavior. Alright. So guys, this is just basically it. So to wrap up today's session guys, remember that you're making use of developer tools, and specifically console.log is very crucial for debugging and understanding your JavaScript code. Like it is very, very crucial because the console provides information and immediate feedback that helps you learn and troubleshoot your code immediately and effectively. So guys, I encourage you all to practice logging messages into your own projects. The more you use it, the more you use this console.log, the better and the more familiar you get with it. All right. So guys, feel free to ask any question you have on the comment section. Feel free to ask any question you have in the comment, and I will do well to answer them as soon as possible. Do have a great day and happy coding.